Hi, boys and girls. It's Holy Week, the week before Easter Sunday. And I have a lot of stories that I want to share with you this week. And that's one of the neat things that we can do since we can record stories. And you can look at one every day as we make our way towards Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter Sunday. Maundy Thursday is the Last Supper when Jesus met with his disciples in the upper room. They were celebrating Passover, or they thought they were celebrating Passover, and Jesus changed the rules and told them whenever they eat bread and drink wine to remember him. And then Good Friday sounds like it's a good day, but it's actually the worst day. That's the day that we remember that Jesus was tried and was found guilty, and then they crucified him. And then Saturday is called Holy Saturday, and that's when he is in the tomb with the rock rolled up and the soldiers posted. But we know the good news is Easter Sunday, when Jesus rises from the dead and he sees the women in the garden and he talks to Mary, and then he goes and appears to the disciples and he tells them that he is not dead, he is alive. And that's why we celebrate Easter, because of Jesus' resurrection. God defeated the power of death, and that is something to celebrate. So I hope you enjoy these stories this week. Our story today comes from Easter Love Letters from God, Bible Stories, written by Glennis Nelson and pictures by Sophie Alsop. Today is Good Friday, and this is the story of what happened on Good Friday. Good used to be called God's Friday. The darkest day, from the book of Matthew, chapter 27, verses 45 through 54. High on the hillside, Jesus hung on the cross. Long, sharp nails pinned him to the wood. A crown of spiky thorns dug deep into his forehead. Jesus was ready to die, but he was still afraid. He could see his mother crying. He could hear the soldiers laughing at him. He could feel the sharp nails through his hands and his feet. Jesus cried out. He could not move. He could not breathe. He felt all alone. Where was his Father now? The sun disappeared behind a huge gray cloud. Cold crept in. Darkness covered the world. Jesus closed his eyes. He bowed his head. He took one last breath, and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, in that cold and darkness, Jesus died. The wind howled. The whole earth trembled. The rocks shattered. The hills quaked, and the mighty curtain in the temple split in two. But Jesus was still. It was finished. It's very sad. Here's your love letter from God. Dear friends, shall I tell you a secret? When Jesus was crying on the cross, I was crying too. When those nails were hurting Jesus, I was hurting too. When Jesus felt all alone, I felt all alone too. And when my son died, part of me died too. But guess what? Death does not win in this story of life. Life wins. Love wins. My promise to Jesus was that nothing could separate him from my love. And I give you that same promise. Nothing can separate you from my love. Love God. God's Friday is a very hard Friday for us to think about what happened to Jesus. But we also remember what happens on Sunday. Easter's coming, boys and girls. Easter's coming. That's our promise. Take care.